everyone, thanks for watching today. I have Pan That palette update number 3 to share, and then I'm swapping out my 1 month 1 palette. I'll share a little bit about the Stila in the Garden, what my thoughts, and then introduce a new palette for this month. I have this Z palette which houses my Pan That palette. It's a Guerlain 6-color palette, and then I stuck these 2 shadows in here. These are from Makeup Geek. I think this is Peach Smoothie and Creme Brulee, I believe. I always forget the name of this one. Yeah, Creme Brulee. So I've been using those in conjunction with using this because I feel like these are a little warmer. These are very cool tones so that I can kind of warm up the look when I'm using it. And funny enough, I have quite a dip going on with this Peach Smoothie color. So I thought that was kind of funny. And I'll insert pictures so you can see my intro, first update, second update, and then this update. And I do have pan on one shadow. It's this thin strip, which is a charcoal gray, a dark charcoal gray color. I have a tiny speck of pan showing. I'm really excited about it because last year it took me a long time to hit pan on my Pan That palette, so I feel like I'm ahead of the game on this one. And the way that I hit pan on this shadow was using a natural bristled liner brush just in the same spot over and over again. I would set my eyeliner with this. I'd use it on my lower lash line as well as in my outer V, kind of to deepen up the look. And I've kind of just been experimenting with these colors. I don't really have a look that I've been using consistently, but like today I have an eyeliner to add a little color on as a base, and then I have this all over, and then I have my new Pan That palette, some colors in there. So I just like experimenting, having fun, finding new combinations. I'm not the biggest fan of this shadow. I do want to hit pan on it. I feel like it's very flaky and kind of dry, but I'm making it work. I'm able to put it over liners and just kind of, I don't know, just experiment with it. I am kind of having fun with it even though I don't love the consistency of the shadow. But yeah, I'm happy with my progress. I feel like I'm doing really well. I have a great dip going on in this light gray color. I've been using this quite a bit in my crease, which it's a shimmery shadow. It's not completely matte. It does have a sheen to it. And I've been using it in my crease anyways just to kind of, I don't know, use it up and try new things, and I think that I'm doing pretty well. So I'll insert those pictures now so you can see my progress in the last 3 months. My goal for next month for Pan That palette is going to be to hit pan on this light gray shade here. I feel like I have a good dip going. It's very doable. I'm going to zoom in so that you can see this palette and kind of get a good look at it. I know I included pictures, but I feel like it's kind of fun to see a different angle and a different view. Here's my Pan That palette. You can see the little pan in the shadow here. It's a little speck. Now moving on to 1 month 1 palette, I'm swapping out the Stila in the Garden, and I don't have any like huge dips or pan to show you. I do have a little dip going on in Sage, which I think is my favorite color in this palette. I don't really have anything like this in my collection. It's a very pretty green color, kind of muted light green sage kind of color. But I had fun with this. I actually used this rosette color a lot more than I thought I would. I used it in my crease just to kind of top off a look, kind of add a little different color, a little pizzazz to the look. But overall, I think if I had to choose between this palette and In the Moment, which is the purple one over here, if I had to choose between the 2 of these, I would go with the In the Moment. I just think with my brown eyes, these shadows just work a little bit better. I feel like you have more looks. Sorry, I'm struggling here. I feel like I just have more looks with this palette than this one. I feel like there are some random colors in here, like standalone colors, that can be kind of hard to work in with the other colors. I do like this palette. I'm going to keep it in my collection, but if I had to choose between the 2, I'd go with the purple one. For this month, for April, I picked out the Too Faced Natural Eye Palette. Now for my 1 month 1 palette, I'm not trying to hit pan on these shadows. I'm just trying to incorporate them in with my Pan That palette and get some use out of some other shadows in my collection so that I don't get bored, so that I'm using all my makeup and, you know, enjoying it. So I am going to use the Natural Eyes palette from Too Faced. This is the old one. It's thick packaging. It actually has this little drawer here, which I think is kind of funny. And it has like a little brush. Well, I think I threw the brush away. It was getting really old. So I did scrape out Nude Beach. It was a mess for me. I didn't like it. It had a chunky glitter. It was very dry and I didn't want it in my palette, so I scraped it out. And I did that actually a couple months ago, so that's not new. But I am wearing this Silk Teddy today, just in the middle of my eye, and I really like this palette a lot. I know that I enjoy it. I think my favorite color is Push Up right here. I'm gonna get a lot of good use out of that color. And I think this is going to be fun. I know that I'm going to enjoy it and kind of come up with some new looks, especially using it with this palette, kind of find some new combinations to enjoy. And then also with the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, I wanted to throw a single in there to get some use out of my singles. And this is the Pure Color Cyber Metallic in Arctic Sky, and that's a jelly eyeshadow from Estee Lauder. It is really pretty. I wanted to incorporate this because we are getting into spring and I didn't feel like there were a lot of light pastel colors in here. I mean, there are definitely beautiful colors in there, but for those days where I want to pop a color and I don't want to go with the mint green for my Pan That palette, like this color, which I think is gorgeous, especially when I layer it on top of like a mint green pencil. I really like that combo, but I wanted to throw this one in there because it is so pretty. I'm not using it as much and I want it to get some love. So this is what it looks like swatched. It's really pretty. And whenever I wear this, my husband's like, oh, I like that eyeshadow. So this is gonna get some love in April. Those are the two that I'm gonna be focusing on, this Estee Lauder single, the Too Faced Natural Eye, and my Pan That palette. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you soon. Bye.